Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's do some drawing. First things first, this was originally a knight with a goblin on his back. And somehow it's turned to a frog wizard who's obviously going collecting for different recipes and ingredients. Got some lavender and got some foxtail, some mushrooms, as always, and a little lamp. So yeah, let's do a little drawing. So I hope everyone's got their cup of tea ready. Doing this one a little bit earlier today because I got work later. But I thought it'd be cool to do a little frog person. Do frogs have ears? Oh, it's the stupidest thing I've asked today. They've got little holes, haven't they? You know what? Still gonna have an earring. Why not, eh? Nice, there we go. And then a little well-worn hat. Little wizard's hat she has. Nice. Little thing. I'll put an earring on the hat itself, I think. And then a little wrap around. Nice. Yeah, so originally I was like, oh, I really fancy drawing a knight. You know, and I was like, oh, okay, and I did a couple of sketches and they were quite nice and I had a little goblin friend. But I don't know how it came to be, but I rubbed out one of the my attempts to get the sketch right. And I was like, oh, I fancy drawing a little frog. This is a page I've been doing some other characters, and there was a frog person over this way, and I'll show you later. But I just saw them, and I thought, oh, I do love a frog. No frog person. I don't think there's frog people in Pathfinder and D&D, is there? I haven't ever come across one. But I think what a wonderful class that would be. You know, how they would look onto the world as a frog. And in my previous videos, I did say that I can't draw feathers, but this is my attempt at a feather. Yeah, so I wonder what a frog person would be like, you know, to play one. You know, I wonder what their values are, you know. I imagine they just like hanging out by the side of a stream, you know, chatting to locals, and just having a really good day. I would have thought, you know. So yeah, the hat itself, I kind of wanted somewhere in between, you know, like a little farmer's hat, but also like a wizard's hat, a witch's hat. As I'm drawing this bit, it kind of reminds me of like a little wasp nest. So maybe it's a giant wasp nest that they've turned into a hat. Which is quite sweet. Okay, go past the non-existent ears. And, you know, almost a frog smile. And then a nice little shirt that's ripped. I feel like this person, maybe their whole job is to go and get ingredients. Maybe a little shop. I can imagine having a frog having a shop. Yeah, little frog shop. And nice little hands. Little suction cups on the end. Like so. I'm going to do just 2 fingers because I'm lazy. A little knee. Actually drawing with the naughty pen from the other day, the 005. I've ordered a new one, but it hasn't come, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll give Jared the pen one last attempt to do the job. And actually, so far, Jared's doing very well. So I guess they've got little spots, haven't they? Oh, yeah, do little spots. Little spot. Oh yeah, I do kind of like markings on the head as well, little spots. Maybe the frog people will have like individual ones, like we have fingerprints. These frog people have it for spots on the head. You know, you can see like spots on the head and you'd be like, oh, that's Barbara, you know? You know, even from a mile off, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's Barbara. Alright, Bobs. How's it going? How's the shop? Right, a few more little, a couple of little lines because she's squatting down. She must have seen something, worth taking. A couple of little plants here. My attempt at a foxglove, but maybe a very young foxglove. And then the toes, got one that will kind of hide behind these plants. And then maybe we have another one that's kind of sinking over here. Oh, it's not a very good toe, but it's okay. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I don't know what I'm actually doing. Right, a few little bits of grass, and then another toe. This one's more from the side, so can't ruin that too much. There we go. A few more little divots. Divots? It's not the right word, is it? Little circly bits. Little rip on the shorts there. Imagine it's sunny. Really sunny. Summery. Little leg. So yeah, also if it was a frog person, and if you were playing like a tabletop RPG game, I guess you'd have some wonderful traits as a frog. Obviously first thing, brilliant jumping distance, and also holding breath. I don't know about you, if anyone come into a situation where you don't have a spell to hold your breath and you don't have anything else, it can really affect how you play. I've come into contact with a couple of watery scenarios and thought, yep, well, I'm gonna drown on this one. Okay, shirt, not the biggest shoulders, so that shirt just kind of hangs down on them, and a little tear in the shirt. Not because this little frog person can't afford clothes. It just her values are very much so. If something works, then it's still good to use. Let's do a little bracelet. What would a frog have as a bracelet? Probably like shells. So even though this is small, these are going to be shells. Little curly one there, and one there. Cool. Cool. Right. I've got a little wand here as well. I'm wondering if it should be a wand or something else. Like a little fishing rod, maybe. I think that's been done too often, hasn't it? The archetype of a frog person fishing. I don't know if that's true, but in my head, I feel like I've seen that 1,000 times. And I guess, what would that wand be like? I'll come back to that. I'm not really sure what a frog's wand would feel like and look like. So, lots of bags. Leave a little gap there for a little, I don't know what this is, some sort of herbal plant. Some more foxtail sort of things. I kind of like drawing plants like this just because it's repetitive and it's just nice to draw. I get to think about what I'm going to do next as I doodle. Right, and then another little pouch here. And I have some string wrapping around here, more like rope. Big loop. Technical name. Maybe it's a little potion, or maybe it's just a water little thing holding water. Apologies, it's early. Nice little more little plants. A little bit of thyme there. Yeah, let's have a little bit of thyme. Yeah, one of my potions she's making today. I can't imagine she's an actual adventurer. Maybe she is. I just feel like she wants to the calmer life of being in a fantasy world rather than the sort of chaotic, you know, fun one. But maybe she finds working in a shop, talking to people. Maybe she likes that, you know. But little straps hanging off. I guess she uses them to wrap over things. Oh, I should have left a little gap there. Doesn't matter. I did have a plan for that and I forgot halfway through. You know, she's having a lucky day, so let's have a little 4-leaf clover just here. See? 4-leaf clover. Everyone's going to have a good day now. Let's put a little bit of magic back in the world, yeah. Little mushroom, little toadstool. We get one of these weird mushrooms that have like all the little holes in them. You know, I don't know what they're called. You know, and then another one there. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to say, pretend that's fly agaric. There we go. Another mushroom. And another strap going here. That's it. Going to be a lot of straps, I imagine. A lot of things to wrap around here. I have no idea what I was drawing there. It looks like a little creature. Yeah, maybe she found a little creature. That looks like a big, like, one of those, what's the things called? The big jugs where, you know, hold the moonshine. Something like that. There's no moonshine in there. Oh, you know what? That's a little baby frog. And that's going to be a jar of water. In case you didn't know, that's meant to be a frog. Oh, that's so crap. That's so rubbish. Sorry. Oh, tickled myself then. It's quite funny. Right, and then over here, gonna have a little pole. Pen is doing quite well. Don't want to jinx it, but it's doing quite well. Oh, as I say that, wow, look at that! I jinxed it. Oh my goodness, it's becoming really scratchy, but that's actually alright. I don't mind the scratchiness there. And, you know, in the wind, this little bit of fabric is kind of just flickering, and then nice bit of, you know, a few wraps. Oh, it's a bit of a shaky drawing then. Maybe I haven't had enough cuppas today. And then this is just going to be a little lantern. Like so. Little bottom bit. No, a little bit. I guess this would be like cast iron, wouldn't it? So maybe she got it for her birthday. Maybe she made it. You know, there's a wax. I'm aware that's quite a small drawing, so can't really get that much detail in it, but I won't do any sides or anything because I think it'll look messy, so we won't do that. And then we'll come back to the wand. Oh, you know what? I still haven't thought. Wand. Frog wand. What would a frog wand be? You know, we'll just do a nice little wand. We'll put a curve in it as well. We don't want any boring ones here. That's nice. Trying to draw that. Have some little petals flying around. Some leaves. Maybe it's a windy, sunny summer's day. And a little fly up here, a little butterfly. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to draw a leaf here. Oh, it's not all just surrounding it. Really, if I could find a line that hasn't been fully drawn, I'll stick a leaf on there so it feels less flat. Oh, hello. Look at that. It feels like it's a part of the picture rather than just surrounding it. That's a little tip. That was fine. There we go. Oh, that's quite nice. I don't know about you, but I'm happy with that. Even with the pencil marks. What do you reckon? Should we leave it there? Let's leave it there. Let's not overwork it. We're going to think of a name. So if anyone thinks of a name for our lovely little witch friend who's going off gathering all her herbs and spices, all her ingredients, please leave a comment with a name. It'd be nice if we start naming all the little characters. And thank you for everyone. We've just passed, I think, 70 subscribers, which is fantastic. So thank you all for that. It's brilliant. It's really exciting actually that people are enjoying what I'm drawing and, you know, enjoying the chill, the atmosphere. I guess that was really important to me, that people could just come and relax. A little ring. I think it's a married frog. Anyway, you all have a lovely day. Take care. Oh, before I go, I forgot to show you. There's the other frog person. Yeah, that was the inspiration. Anyway, let's see if I can get it to zoom in. That was lovely. So everyone, have a great day and take care.